The Pit of Heresy is a dungeon home to a few decent weapons and high stat armor pieces. However, for the solo player, it may seem daunting to attempt this without the best exotic armor, weapons, or mods. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can solo and possibly flawless this dungeon on any class with regularly crafted weapons and commonly found exotics, without needing any special charge with line mods or elemental wells. All loadouts used in the video have been linked to the Destiny item manager in the description, each of which have been tuned to best utilize invisibility, durability, and crowd control for the Hunter, Warlock, and Titan respectively. As a side note, there are many exotics that may be used in place of the ones shown in the various loadouts above to make your runs easier. However, I made the video from the perspective of a player who may neither have access to the specific armor exotics nor a fully leveled exotic weapon with their catalyst. For the first 4 encounters, the submachine gun, shotgun, and rocket launcher listed in the build are more than sufficient. That being said, let's jump right into the first encounter. Upon entering the necropolis, head down and towards the first tower with the Hive Sigil. Kill everything outside and the special Pit Keeper Knight. This opens the door leading to a large green knight. Above him there are 3 Hive Sigils. These sigils tell you which towers you have to go to and kill one of 3 different Hive Disciples. However, in order to kill them, you need the sword that drops from killing the big green knight. Each of the 3 disciples are vulnerable to one of the following sword actions. The Hive Knight is weak to the standard sword swing and slashes. The Wizard is weak to the sword projectile attack, and the Shrieker is weak to the sword's reflect attack. Do note that each disciple is accompanied by a small entourage of thralls, wizards, and ogres respectively, so it's best to deal with them before killing the disciples. Once they are all killed, a tower towards the bottom middle will shine a green ray of light. Head to the tower, killing everything in your way, and proceed inward and head down into the hole in the bottom left to proceed to the next encounter. Here, we reach what is commonly known as the Ogre Maze encounter. The room is split into 3 distinct paths, left, right, and middle. Between them are 4 chambers housing knights. Each knight will drop a void orb which you have to deposit at the end of each path. Using the diagram, link in the description, I found the easiest route being to go left, which lets you dodge the ogre and travel to the first chamber. Kill the knight and proceed to clear the path on the left. Thereafter, you can backtrack and cut across the first area to get to the second and fourth area to clear the remaining 2 paths. After doing it a total of 3 times, the door opens, allowing you to proceed. One important note is that you have to enter the next encounter area, denoted when the instant changes, otherwise the ogres will continue to chase after you even to the entrance of the next encounter. This encounter is similar to the last encounter. Kill knights and grab orbs and deposit it. However, in the midst of this hectic encounter, you have to spend some time underneath the middle Annihilator totem to prevent it from killing you. On top of doing all of that, you'll be swarmed with loads of acolytes, thrall on the low ground, and knights on the high ground. To ensure you aren't overwhelmed, spend some time between each deposit to clear the thrall and acolytes, as well as standing underneath the Annihilator totem. Take advantage of your crafted rocket launcher to make short work of the knights on the high ground. Now, this is where the handpicked exotics I chose on each different class really shine. On the Hunter, Assassin's Cowl, allowing you to gain void invisibility on each powered melee, lets you avoid having to deal with boomer knights. On the Warlock, the stack allowing you damage resistance in the Rift, prevents enemies from laying into you should you feel overwhelmed. The Void Soul also serves as a minor crowd control. Lastly, on the Titan, Severance Enclosure basically lets you clear hordes of thrall in a single throwing hammer. Repeat the deposit phase until you have deposited a total of 6 void orbs to clear this encounter. Carefully make your way down using each ledge as a platform to refresh your jump, glide, or lift so you don't needlessly die in this area. Also, swap to your movement-based leg exotics if you need for the extra movement for this next encounter. Now before you do anything, take note of the 3 hive sigils that greet you when you first enter this new area. I use the term area because it does not count as a new instance until you exit the left or the right. Using the map, carefully navigate your way and find 3 yellow bar wizards guarding towers with the matching symbols that you first saw. There will be 1 at each tower. After killing each one, a small sound effect will be played. Continue until all 3 are killed and the instance is refreshed. Make your way to the exit and continue onwards to the final encounter. This is the final encounter. Take some time to change your weapons. Here I make use of the fusion rifle and linear fusion rifle whilst still maintaining the submachine gun from earlier. Also, swap out the appropriate scavenger mods and reserve mods if you haven't already. While I personally did not, feel free to use different subclasses and exotics for maximum boss damage if you have them. I didn't since I wanted to show that you don't need them. This encounter is a repeat of the first encounter, which is to kill 3 disciples which drop void orbs and to deposit them at the middle where the boss is. Thralls and big green knights would be chasing you throughout the area, so be careful to not get pushed or knocked out of the playing field. After all orbs are deposited, go into the middle area with a green aura similar to the Well of Radiance and proceed to damage the boss in there. Thrall will spawn and make their way to you if you aren't careful, so take some time to litter the ground with grenades or just shoot them with your fusion rifle before returning your attention to the boss. Prior to the damage phase ending, the boss will drive his blade into the ground and kneel. When he does so, give yourself a 5-second countdown before leaving the center area. The actual time may be more than 5 seconds, but you may not have the luxury of time and may be ruined if lag or enemies push against you to end your run. After the damage phase concludes, simply repeat the process of killing the disciples, depositing the orbs, and damaging the boss. As a minor tip here, if you're using the likely suspect fusion rifle like I do on the boss, you do reduce the damage he deals to you due to the origin trait, making you more likely to survive in the event cursed thralls blow up on you at the exact same time as the boss lights the ground on fire with his attack. As with all things, with enough persistence, you too can kill the boss and solo this dungeon on any class without needing any special mods or RNG based legendary or exotic drops. So what are you waiting for? Craft these weapons and try your hand at the Pit of Heresy. If this video has helped you in any way, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Merry Christmas, Guardians, have a great dawning, and I will see you guys around.